I'm Anthony.
And I'm Ryan, and this is the Culture Podcast. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Culture Podcast, the only podcast where we talk about Minecraft, memes, movies, TV shows,
And depression.
And adding Anthony on Snapchat right here.
We're already doing
Adding
this.
him on Snapchat.
Already doing
right
it.
Here. We talk about it all in one podcast, all right?
Yes.
So one of the main things we got to talk about right now before we introduce our special guest is we got to tell you guys how to get on the podcast if you want to get on the podcast.
Very important. People have been asking me questions.
So if you want to get on the podcast, go follow our Instagram. It's The Culture Podcast 260, and then just DM us. It's that easy.
Yeah.
And but you have to be funny. You have to have a little bit of talent.
And a little bit of fun because we're trying to expand this.
Yeah, we're trying to get this like the Joe Rogan podcast. Joe Rogan.
Yes, Joe Rogan.
Get on the podcast.
Get on the podcast. We're doing this every week until you get on here.
Yeah. We have a special guest today.
Yep. I've known him a long time. You've known him a long time.
I've known him a long time, since elementary school.
Most chillest person I've known ever,
yeah.
honestly.
He's a beat maker. If you want to find his beats, they're on SoundCloud. His SoundCloud is Loopy. I'll put it right there. I'll put a link in the description as well.
Yeah.
Introducing our special guest, Logan Gibson.
Woo! Woo! This episode is filmed in front of a singular audience member.
Yep, we have one live audience member right here.
No.
All right. So how you doing today? How you doing today, Logan?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm good.
It's so weird sitting over here.
Just been chilling, recording a podcast right now.
Recording a podcast.
Good.
So what have you been up to?
A lot of nothing. I'm actually going to Indy this week.
Ooh.
So that'll be cool.
What are you going to Indy for?
Esports actually.
Esports.
What esport? League?
Yeah, league.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're probably gonna get swept, but
Hey, at least you get to
yeah,
go to Indy.
it's an
the league.
experience.
That's pretty
So,
cool.
Yeah, high school league. It's pretty cool.
yeah.
Wait, the high school has a league team?
Yeah, Mr. Moore.
Of
Set it
course.
up.
Of course, Mr. Moore.
Yeah.
It's nothing special, but
He wanted me on it, but I don't play league.
So how's the beat making going? Have you made a beat in a while?
yeah, I pretty much make beats like every other day.
All right.
Sometimes every day a week or something. I don't know. But I haven't uploaded in a long time. I've kind of just been holding on to them.
Yeah.
Figure out what I want to do with them.
I mean, understandable.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so when you're making a beat, what goes through your head when you're making a beat? Do you work on, what do you work on first?
It depends, honestly, what kind of feel I want. Like, sometimes I'll work on the drums first if I want to make sure that they're hitting hard. But sometimes I'll pick my melody first, whether I'm making it or just finding a loop. I've been picking a lot of loops more from, packs that I get, because it's a lot easier. It speeds up the process, and usually it just turns out better. So.
Yeah. Do you are you gonna sell these beats or have people rap over them? Is that what you want to do with them?
How can someone access these beats? Do they message you and you just send it to them, or do they have to pay for it?
Well, right now I'd probably, until I get a good amount of producer credits, which I have none at the moment. I'd just give out free beats. I'm probably gonna give Deegan and Michael free beats.
Nice.
Once I get a good collection
some
of
local
them.
artists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
We'll have them on at some point.
Yeah.
Probably.
So, to talk about something came out last week, the Joker. The new
Joker.
movie.
Have you seen the Joker?
I have.
What do you think of it?
Hold on, guys. Before we start talking about it.
Spoilers!
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler
If you have
alert.
not seen Joker yet, please skip to.
Have you seen Joker?
Please skip to right here.
Our audience member
In
hasn't
the
seen
timeline.
Joker.
Right here.
Do you want us to spoil it for you, Dylan?
Go ahead.
All right. So,
I'm still gonna watch it.
so basically, what do you guys think of it?
I thought it was
I think
really
it was
good.
great.
It was really
I
good.
think it was really good, and I went on Sunday night, and then I went on Monday night, and I went with two people on Monday night, and one of them gave it a 6 out of 10.
Who was that?
Who do you think?
I don't know who you went with, so.
Yeah.
Who would you guess? Just out of
Colby?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Colby, I will beat you. You might be bigger than me and probably
Don't
stronger
worry,
in every single
he doesn't
way.
watch the podcast. He said he's not gonna watch it until he gets on one.
All right, we're getting
But
Colby,
now
and
he
I'm going to
knows. Now
slam
he knows
Colby.
how to get on the podcast.
There you go. Well,
Colby's gonna
he
get on the
won't know
podcast,
'cause
and I'm gonna beat him up.
He's not watching the podcast.
That's true. You won't know how to get on the podcast if you're not watching the podcast, because we just said how to get on the podcast.
Yes, we did.
God.
What do you do, man?
So, what was your final interpretation of the Joker? Like, how did you?
I thought it was a movie where so some people think it's all just made up, but why would he
I
make
don't think
so there's parts where he makes up situations. Why would he make up a situation and then make up another situation inside that situation? You see what I mean? Because at the end, people say it's all because he's in the hospital and he's made that up in his mind and all that, but he made up the relationship with the girl. If that was in his mind, or maybe that was before he was in the hospital, who knows? Why would he make up things? Like, why would he do it? Like, why would he go that deep to even put in his mental illness in it, in the made-up situation?
See, here's what I'm thinking. Okay, I think all of it actually happened. Besides the relationship with the girl, I think all of it happened because, see, I went with Lily. She's a cosmetologist, hairdresser, and she was saying that when he dyes his hair in the scene before he goes on the Murray Franklin show, when he dyes his hair, it's temporary dye. And when he gets to the hospital, they would have washed it out.
Exactly.
Sure.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so...
That is very thin when he was putting it on, too.
Yeah, it was really thin.
It was still, like, almost
It was
black.
like... Yeah, it wasn't...
It was really...
It wasn't Joker green. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I really liked the makeup. It was,
Yeah, it was... I think it was a really good take on it.
Yeah, especially with, like, the blue diamonds and, like, it added
It's
so
like
much
original
drama.
clown makeup. Like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have to think that whole movie takes place... Is it the 80s or the 70s?
80s, I want
I
to
think
say.
it's 80s.
Yeah, it
It
is.
takes place in the 80s, so, like, that's probably what clowns look like. Like, because when you think of the 80s, you think of clowns. You don't want to think of
Clown.
this, but you think of John Wayne Gacy.
Clown.
And if you look at his makeup, it's literally exactly like that.
Yeah.
Clown.
I'd say the makeup on this Joker is probably my favorite out of
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
I like Heath Ledger's
Heath Ledger...
because that's like a take on like more original, more
Yeah.
normal
Well,
Joker, but this one's a different
Yeah.
breed of Joker.
because Heath Ledger being a clown is not his actual job, so he just slaps on his makeup.
Yeah.
You know, like the Joker in the movie, Arthur, he is a clown for a living, and
Yep.
he knows how to do his makeup and everything. He probably went to clown school. We got to think about that. He probably
Yeah.
went to clown school because you have to go to clown school to be a clown,
That makes sense.
Well,
unless you're Anthony.
One of my favorite things about the movie is how they wrote in like his medical condition for laughing, so that they could make that.
Yeah,
Like the way they
Yeah.
wrote that in was so genius.
I saw a video on YouTube. It was in my recommended because I've been watching a lot of conspiracy videos about it, and it was actually like a documentary about that condition that he has, and it's a real thing. Like
Yeah.
it's really weird to think about that happens to people, but I just want to know like what makes it happen. You know, I know
it's probably
I know
like a
head trauma, but
head stuff. It's like probably I think laughing and crying are probably near the same place in your head.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that makes
So
sense.
it just like how people like foot fetishes. That's so close to things in your head that mean like that you find stuff attractive that
like your
it's,
sex
like
drive in
yeah.
your head is.
it's close to like for some reason a foot fetish. I don't know why it's in it, but it's like probably the same thing like that.
It all
Okay.
depends on how it develops and
So in the movie, there's one thing I think they should have not put in.
Batman.
Yeah, I don't think they needed to put Bruce Wayne or I understand Thomas Wayne. I understand Thomas Wayne's part in it, but did they really have to put Bruce Wayne in it, his kid? I don't
See, I think
I don't understand it.
See what the thing is with me, like I liked that they did that because it wasn't necessarily focused on Batman, it was focused on the Joker solely. But they added Bruce Wayne in. I'm gonna guess just throw off the DC fan base, which is probably not a lot of people, but
Hey,
to throw it off, you know.
I rather watch
'Cause
a DC movie.
I wasn't expecting that. Like when he was at the mansion in that scene and he's like tormenting him or something.
yeah.
I'm like, he's gonna kill him. Like I literally thought he was gonna kill him, but he's like, "What's your name?" He's
Well,
like,
he thought it was his
"Bruce."
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He wasn't
I
gonna
didn't
kill his
think he was
brother.
gonna kill him.
I mean, he killed his mom.
Yeah, but like that's because she deserved it. His brother didn't do anything. He's only killed people who he thought deserved it.
See,
Murray, he
That's
killed
true.
Murray just because he was making fun of him and all that. He killed his mom
Yeah,
because
like, set
she
him up
lied
pretty
to him.
much.
He killed the girl that he had a relationship with. That he had faked a relationship with.
He killed her?
Okay, you
Do you
know,
think?
in the scene
I didn't think he killed her.
when he leaves her apartment and he walks back into his apartment and he's like on the couch laughing, and stuff, there's ambulances that go by in the background.
This is
I'd
why I
have
have to watch it
rewatch
again.
that scene.
I watched it twice, and I was
that-
like, wait a sec. Like, he killed her.
I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
Because, like, look, he's sitting on the couch, and he puts his finger gun to his head and pulls the trigger, and then she's like, and then,
Wait, so if he killed her and ambulances came, that means someone had to have called. Do you think he
daughter.
didn't kill?
he didn't kill the daughter.
Yeah, that's messed up.
And she doesn't know who it is, because kids like that, they don't have a long memory. Like, she was probably, like, 5,
Yeah.
maybe 6. They don't have a long-term
I can't
memory of
remember
who it is.
anything. from 5 and 6.
Short-term memory or anything. So she probably wouldn't remember who it was, and he probably left before.
Yeah, she was sleeping in the other room.
Yeah, she was sleeping, so she probably heard the thud, and then he left, and
Yeah.
That's horrible.
I know.
It's really bad.
Someone pointed that out to me. I was like, wow, like.
Yeah, I have to see it again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy the movie.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
I'll
like,
pirate it. That's
the
a
thing
joke.
is, like,
That's a joke.
something like that can actually happen. Like, because the whole reason that he went insane and just descended into madness is because they took him off his medicine.
Yeah.
And I was when I went on Monday night, I was with someone, and he said his mom went and saw it, and she works with pharmacists, and they went and saw it, and they were saying, like, that actually can happen, like, because people, they just go insane without their medicine. Like, because
True.
he wasn't thinking that it was working, but it really was, because he wasn't killing anyone. He wasn't going insane. Because do the subway murders happen before or after he gets taken off his meds?
I don't remember
After.
actually.
I think it happens after.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the day after. He gets all beaten up and all that.
Yeah, so
Kills
exactly,
him.
he loses it. Which, you gotta think. I think in the movie, he's the vigilante. I think he is.
Yeah.
I think the people who.
It's like it's a political statement basically because Gotham in this movie is very bad and very poor, and like there's rich people and the rich people have it good, and the poor people just keep getting poor and the rich people getting rich. People in the movie see it as him killing those 3 people, saying we can stick up for ourselves, we can do this, we need help, we can get all this help, and if we can't get it one way, we'll do it ourselves. That's what they see it as.
Yeah, and he
yeah.
doesn't even mean to start a movement. It's crazy.
No.
It was just the tensions were already there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to bring like real things in there, but there's like I really don't want to bring up like
What? What were you gonna say?
I don't remember his name, but he was a black kid and got killed. And then that
Trayvon?
that started the whole
Trayvon
thing.
Martin.
There was already stuff there.
There was
And people were
there
just-
was
Final
fuel in the
acts.
fire,
Yeah.
but that added fuel to the fire in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
Same
sure.
with like the LA riots.
I think
Yeah,
this
the
might
Rod-
be
tipped
the
that
Rodney
over?
King case.
Yeah.
That I
Yeah.
think that's solely. I think the Joker is solely based off the idea of that
Yeah.
one person failed to do something, like or just
It's that final straw.
that just done.
Yeah. It just broke out.
Yeah.
Riots everywhere, all that.
I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that the director kind of like loosely based how he wrote the Joker off of the movie Taxi Driver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like
I have to see that
3
movie.
there's 3 total movies in the Joker like that it's inspired by. There's
Yeah.
one it's inspired by that Robert De Niro is actually like the stand-up comedian in it. He's a struggling stand-up comedian like the Joker is. And then Taxi Driver, and there's one more, but I can't remember what the
This
other
movie
one
reminds me of
It-
American
All
Psycho a
those
little
movies
bit.
are by the same director too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you like okay, yeah.
Can we talk about another movie that I keep saying you guys need to see if you guys like this movie? And if you guys haven't seen this movie and you like Joker, you need to see American Psycho.
I still need to see it.
It's so good. It's about a guy who's a psycho. And I'm not going to say anything because if I said anything, I'll go too far and I'll tell everything about the movie. But if you like Joker, I recommend American Psycho.
And if you haven't seen Joker, I recommend going and seeing Joker.
Yes. Or you can watch American Psycho first because it's on Netflix. And then go see Joker. Watch both of them.
See, the thing I loved about the movie is it has nothing to do with anything else in the DC universe. It doesn't
Yeah.
tie in with anything but a little bit of Batman,
Yeah.
which I think they had to include that.
I mean,
I
Him
think they're
getting
trying to
killed.
set it up so like
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's completely standalone, and they're not gonna tie it into anything
They're
else.
not gonna tie it in.
They're not gonna have another movie about it.
Yeah.
This is a standalone movie.
Yeah.
It's just Joker's a Batman villain. They have to please some fanboys who want
And, like,
Batman in it.
Well,
Or just Bruce Wayne.
what I'm saying is, we still don't know the Joker's backstory.
We
Like,
don't.
we don't know where he came. Like, is he adopted? We don't know, because yes, there were those adoption papers, but then right before when he's putting on his makeup and he licks the paintbrush, he sees that letter. It says "Love Your Smile" on the back with TW. Like, do you think his mom wrote that? I don't think she did.
TW would be Thomas Wayne.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This podcast was supposed to be about Logan, but now we're just talking about a movie for so long.
But I mean, honestly, it's a really good movie.
It's a really good movie.
It was.
Critics are dumb. There's one critic that just had like 5-word summary about it and said we got trolled. That's not a movie
It's
review.
4 words.
Yeah.
We've
Isn't
got
that-
trolled.
Isn't that 3?
That's 3 words. Oh,
Yeah.
It's 3.5. 3.5 actually, because it's a conjunction.
No, hey, nothing bad has happened yet as a result of the movie.
Yeah, nothing. People. Someone got kicked out for smoking in a
Dude,
movie theater.
Did you
But
guys see
that's
what
not
happened
that
to the
big of
Rome
a deal.
City statues?
What?
Like someone vandalized like religious statues, and like
they look pretty cool to me.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
It looked pretty dope.
And they drew like a smile on it, and the New York editors labeled it as like a Joker smile,
It's not.
which is that's so unfair.
Yeah, that. It's not like a Joker smile.
Oh,
Give us.
man.
It's just a.
We'll probably just put it
It
over,
is- I
but
don't know.
It's just dripping, bro.
It's just
It
feeding
looks
into
pretty
the
cool.
controversy,
I think it looks good.
the way they wrote it.
Maybe that's me, and I'm not religious or anything, but I wouldn't be upset if a statue looked like that. People probably did it for pictures, because people take pictures of statues
Yeah,
like that all the
probably.
time.
Well, they just edit it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like Photoshop, bro. Go to Pixlr, PIXLR.com. Online
you
photo
go.
editor.
Don't vandalize. Use
Don't do
Pixar.
that.
Don't vandalize religious statues, please.
Do not. Don't say we did it. I didn't. No, I said don't say we did it. I didn't. I haven't been to Rome City in over 4 years.
I don't know who would want to go to Rome City. No offense to my Rome City guys out there, but no offense to you, Keegan. But I really liked it. I thought it was.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Talking about mental health. Can we talk about me a little bit?
Yeah,
Of
let's
course.
talk about
So
you.
most people know I'm not like a very happy person. Not a very, like I'm always eccentric.
You're isolated.
I am
So-
isolated. Yeah, but this isn't a bad thing. I'm fine with being by myself all the time, most of the time. And this week has been a really good week. Probably the best week in my life for a long time.
I'm happy to hear that, Anthony.
Here we go.
I had depression for like a whole year and a half. And now it's just I feel so good.
It's gone.
It's just birthday's Friday.
Anthony's gonna be 18 on Friday.
18.
Guys.
Anyone
So
want
if
liquor?
you-
Not liquor. Can't get you liquor.
Yeah, Anthony's gonna be 18.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna try to get this uploaded Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, dude. That's birthday.
So you guys can wish me happy birthday. If people don't wish me happy birthday, it's
If you ever
fine.
so please. I'm gonna wish you happy birthday. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get you a
I
gift. expect
expect a bunch of people will see it on Snapchat and say it. And also, I upload a picture on Instagram that said my birthday's Friday, so you better do it.
Oh yeah. If you wanna, I think you should follow Anthony's Twitter.
I don't even follow your
He
Twitter.
posts some really good. You should follow my Twitter too.
You wanna-
follow my Twitter? Follow Anthony's Twitter. Follow Logan's Twitter.
Make a Twitter. Make a loopy Twitter.
I have a Twitter.
You do?
I don't know the tag or anything.
All right.
He'll give
I
us.
don't use it enough.
We'll put it right here.
Yep.
It's right here.
I'll give you guys an example of my tweets. Here's one I said. I think it was yesterday. Why can't I find a girl to love 100% of the time, love and respect 100% of the time, and also be a perfect pillow? Girls are only good for pillows. I'm sorry.
I mean, you can find like body pillows.
No, a real life living being that breathes. Have you ever slept on someone that breathes? It feels nice.
Yes, I have.
Is it because they breathe or?
It's just
if you
it's just
wanna-
being close to that person.
Yeah.
That's
If you
all
want
it
an
is.
example of one of my tweets, I said, if you want to save the turtles, use Twizzlers as straws and not plastic straws.
Pasta.
No, I'm saying Twizzlers because
Pasta.
listen here. Twizzlers have that little hole in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've used them before.
And they're if you have like a cherry Pepsi or something, it tastes good.
Don't
because
drink Pepsi. Coke's better. If you're gonna drink soda, Coke.
You're
Not Coke
wrong.
Soda. Don't call it soda.
It's
It's
pop.
Yeah,
Pop.
we're in the Midwest, dude. We call
It's
it pop
pop.
here.
It's
I'm from the South, so it's soda. It's probably pop down
They
south
probably
too.
just call it Coke. They call everything Coke.
No.
No, I think it's like Texas.
I'm from
I don't know.
my family's from the Holler. Actually, yeah.
okay, Anthony.
You want to hear a story about the Holler?
The what?
The Holler.
The
It's
hop?
just the middle of nowhere in Kentucky,
Yeah, sure.
like just in the
Let's go for
mountains.
it.
You have it's called the Holler because you have to holler to get people. Just holler down the road. No, I don't know why it's called that. Yeah, basically. So I was there 2 years ago, last year. I don't know. It was 1 year, but there's like no phone service at my aunt's house. Nothing. So we have to walk down the street to get phone service. And we were just standing there, and we hear this side by side come down us, and it's just two guys and a girl, and they're like, "What are you doing here? What the if?" All that stuff. And I'm not saying it. I'm not saying stuff like that just to make fun of them and all that. That's how they sounded. And then they drove off, and then they went past these bushes, and then we hear a gunshot go off, like a gunshot.
That's sketchy.
It was very sketchy. So me and my brother were like, we gotta go, and we ran back to the house. And then, being from Kentucky, they have guns, so they just watched the front door with a couple guns, just in case.
12 gauge.
Have you? No, I don't want to talk about it. Never mind. I'm not gonna talk about it.
All right.
I need to talk
Alright.
about something very it's happened to me recently. It's being an adult when you're not technically an adult
Yeah.
it gets to the point where it's too much. And a lot of people that watch this are younger. They're like grades below us, so they probably don't have jobs yet that they go to every day. But like yesterday was the most exhausting day of my life. Like
bet.
I had to go. I woke up at 5 in the morning to go to a job shadow at a radio station in Fort Wayne. Had to drive down to Fort Wayne, and it's busy as hell in the morning because there's work traffic and everything. I left there at 9, came here, and then went to a 2-hour swim practice, and then had to go to work until 10.
That's not fun at all.
I don't think high schoolers should have to do that.
I don't think high school is. I don't think they think it through when they give us homework and stuff, because I don't know if a lot of teachers realize that we have jobs.
A lot of people have jobs.
Built for unemployed students.
Yeah, it's built
It's
for
built for
unemployed.
unemployed students.
You can't. Okay, so I had a job. I have a job still. I only work 1 day a week now, but that's probably gonna get changed.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Or if this podcast blows up, we can get money off this. Please sponsor us and give us money.
G Subs.
G Subs,
Please
yes.
Sponsor us.
I love your drinks, and I want to give them
They're really good.
flavors. I want them to try it more.
I haven't tried
I
it
think if they sponsored
yet,
us, we
so.
should have like you
We'll
know
have
how-
like a pyramid.
yeah,
here.
you know how FaZe did the Gamma Pyramid? We have a G Subs pyramid.
We're just gonna be copying the Misfits, but okay.
I'm talking like remember the old FaZe videos in Adapt's old room in
Yeah.
the basement of the old FaZe house in New
Yeah.
York, and they had the huge G Fuel pyramid,
Yeah.
and they jumped through it at the end.
Yeah.
Classic.
Classic.
That's a classic YouTube video.
G Subs, please. I love your stuff. I drinking this because I forgot my stuff. And this is it's not helping.
I took the label off
Yeah.
just for you guys.
Just for
Yeah.
copyright purposes.
Just so people probably know what this is.
It's pee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I drink my pee out here in the wild.
That's
What
my
we talking
drink
about
right
before?
there.
What's your drink?
The lava lamp.
Oh, dude. Honestly, have you ever wondered what the juice in a lava lamp tastes like?
Or like
I thought
you
it
know
was
those,
just
like,
lava.
gel scented things that you like twist and it's like I don't know, it's like really rubbery, but it's scented and it slowly disappears. Do you guys not know what I'm talking about?
No. clue.
No.
It look okay, never mind. It looks like Jello, but it smells good.
So how's everyone's senior year going?
Honestly, senior year is stressful.
Yeah.
Mine's pretty easy so far. I'm not
Mine's
gonna
pretty easy
lie.
too.
I'm just tired of going to school, honestly. Like I'm just
Yeah.
I'm not having fun. 'cause-
Senioritis.
Yeah, literally. I have senioritis. Like I
Me
don't
too.
it feels like I'm not learning anything new. Like I know all the
Yeah.
stuff I'm learning. So I don't know why I even have to go. Like I was debating just skipping today.
Guys, school after junior year is pretty useless.
Yeah.
I'm not taking math classes. Actually, I am. That
I'm not
has to
taking the
be.
math class.
Yeah,
next
not-
try, you want to know my schedule next trimester? First period, basketball 101. Okay. Second period,
Ballin'.
ceramics. Third period, AP art. That's it. That's all.
Bowling.
My schedule this try is kind of stupid. I have psychology, photography, and then graphic.
I have
design.
sociology.
I have
Sociology's
English,
a class.
English, and then probability and statistics. Easiest math class of your
Oh,
life.
I know. I had
If-
that last year. If you guys are struggling in math, like
Just
let's
don't
say
take
junior
pre-calculus.
year, you take pre-calc your first try. You did like I did. You take the final and you start crying and snap a pencil and just slam it down on the desk and walk out of the room. Take prop and stat. Easiest class you'll
Yep.
ever have.
Easiest.
Honestly.
And the teacher,
I haven't even taken
one
that
of my
class.
favorite teachers.
I
If
don't-
he sees this
yeah.
podcast, I hope you enjoy me too, because I really enjoy your class.
I enjoyed his class too. It was fun. Yeah, I'm really tired.
Yeah.
Like, I work all the time. Like last week, I didn't have a day off.
What's your reason for?
I'm trying to fix this. Yeah. It's nice working less. I would definitely work 4 days a week and be fine with it.
Yeah, I would too.
I think everyone would work
I could
5.
do that. Yeah.
I'd
I would
like to
not
work.
I would work 4.
I'd work 4 and see. I don't get weekends off. That's something
Yeah.
I hate because I like to do stuff on the weekends because I
Yeah.
can't do stuff during the weekdays.
Those are only days I work. It's the weekends.
I'm one of the
I have
few
never-
people available on weekends at Kroger's, so I'm always scheduled.
Yeah, I don't
Or
know
will
why,
be.
but we have 4 people in my department that work weekends, and we don't need 4 people to work. I don't know why I get scheduled every weekend.
Yeah, I haven't had a weekend like to do stuff since middle school. I've been working since I was 14, so 4 years now, and my old job was only weekends. So I had every day on the weekend. I'd probably have to work them. I would get 4 days available. I'd have to work 3 of those days.
That sucks.
Yeah, because that place only open on the weekends. You guys probably know what place I'm talking about if you're from around here.
Gyms.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Uh,
I didn't say it.
No, so the way Walmart makes their schedules, I hate it.
It's a computer. It's not a person.
computer. I know. I took
We're not supposed to talk bad about Walmart, but I need more days.
Is it
And
your
is-
plea for
Listen, Walmart, please. I need 4 days a week and at least 1 day off on the weekend.
listen. I took Wednesdays and Thursdays off my schedule. Okay, and it's like that for this week and next week. Actually, no, it wasn't because I worked yesterday.
Yeah.
But it's like that for this week and next week. And I'm like, okay, cool. Next week after that, it's back to every day of the week I'm working. I can't do that. I have a sport to do. Like,
Yeah.
I can't physically do that without my body just shutting down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good on
Usually,
that.
if you're doing a sport, one person in my department did a sport or said he was going to do a sport, but he didn't make it because they were like, "You can't do that." I was explaining later if I need to, but he had all the days off that he needed. He wasn't working at all on them. He was.
Yeah,
It's
see,
not like he
like-
was doing it later in the day. He just wasn't working those days.
Yeah. Like, which sucks because that means I'll have to work weekends, which means I'll have no time for anything.
That's life.
It's not. High school was not made for people with jobs.
Like, See, adults, like, my parents are like, oh yeah, we had to trudge through 6 feet of snow just to go to school because school didn't
Back
cancel.
in my
anything." Okay,
day.
that doesn't matter, okay? At least if your school did cancel, you had a snow day, okay? We have e-learning to do.
yeah,
we
we
have-
still
we
get
have
to
sucks.
We have
school.
so much.
schoolwork to do when we're not in school.
It's worse.
Yeah, we
It's
still
terrible.
get that.
It's 8 hours of home. It's 8 hours of work for an hour class. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
Well, my e-learning's really easy.
it's ridiculous.
Now
mine
it is
too,
senior
but,
senior
but
time.
like
it is.
think like freshman year and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It took me 5 or 6 hours to do my e-learning.
Yeah, I would just leave it all till like I wouldn't do it until like 4 in the afternoon, and that would take me till like 9.
Yeah.
Most people just don't do it.
I mean, I would see why
Honestly.
not to if you're not
Yeah.
like. I don't even know why I care as much as I do in school. I'm number 62 in school, and I don't care as much as some of the people that are around me.
Yeah, like a lot of
You
people,
really don't have to
a lot of
care.
people care so much. Like as long as you just turn in your assignments, you're fine.
Yeah, and you're
you're
like
not
you do
gonna
okay
fail.
on your test. You're
Yeah,
completely
if
fine.
you just put in some effort on your test, get some answers right,
Yeah.
you're not gonna fail. You're
You
good.
really don't need to try as hard as some people do.
And those are like the students that every teacher expects us to be.
Yeah.
Like we were supposed to like eat.
I can't. I
sleep,
don't
and
have
breathe
the mental
school or something.
capability to do homework and then take a AP class and then have the time to do that homework while also taking 3 other AP classes. I can't do that.
See, I don't
Some students can. I can't.
like okay, so you know how like 2 weeks ago we had e-learning. I had an assignment that was due. I had an assignment that was due, and I didn't
I've
turn
been
it in
slowly
because
doing that.
I didn't turn it in because I had to come. We had to come here, and then I had to work after until 10. So I was like, I don't want time. I'm exhausted when I get home.
Yeah.
And then I had to work the whole weekend, and I just didn't get to it. Didn't get to do it until that Sunday night that we were about to go back to school. I didn't get to do it, and I got it done. I tried to turn it in, and he wouldn't let me turn it in. Teacher wouldn't let me turn it in.
Yeah.
It I know they can't do it, but if later on in like society back to the joke here, later on in our society with education, they should try their best to make it like do stuff around the student, like try to make it personalized
it's
for
not-
each student.
It's not focused on the student.
I know that it's probably really hard.
It's focused on
to
the
do
bigger
that.
picture of just getting an education. That's all that matters. But honestly,
Yeah.
like in today's day and age, and like from what we saw from the Joker movie, mental health matters.
Yeah, and
And
school's not
teachers-
helping.
School does not help.
Yeah. I don't care about popularity or anything. Just help me not want to
Help
kill
me
myself.
learn that I want to learn.
Yeah. Help
Yeah,
me
exactly.
help me be able to do what you're trying to teach me.
Like,
See, there has
I
to
don't
be
know.
okay. This is why I think AI could teach us better than humans. If we had an AI teacher, they could learn everyone and then personalize everything for everyone.
learn our ability and
You
skill
just
sets.
throw
it's
codes in
not-
there and all that.
Because
Why
the
are we in
way-
the future?
the way assignments are now is it's just
Yeah.
thrown out to every student. But like, what if one student can't do that? Like, I remember in pre-calc, I had no clue how to do. So
I had
just
no
wouldn't
time
do
to
it.
do anything. In
Yeah,
pre-calc. I was taking that class. I'm like, okay, I'm good at math, but I know this class is gonna take time. Like the first week, I'm like, I can't do this because I have work after school most of the time. This is when I was having more than one day a
Yeah.
week. I couldn't do it, and I hate flipped classrooms. I don't care. I want you to teach me how to do it and not just have a video of you doing it. It's not gonna. I can't ask questions to a video. At the point, because I have really short memory, so if I have a question, I either have to write it down or just try and remember it for the next day. And I'm already listening to the notes, taking the notes, so I'm not probably gonna think of questions.
I think flipped classrooms work easier for like
The teacher.
the better, like the more kind of like basic
The
classes.
the
But,
free-
like
I
pre-calc,
think it's more
I
of-
would
yeah,
yeah,
more
it's-
time.
Am
Yeah,
See,
pre-cal. Yeah,
You don't need to know anything if you're like pre-calc is something you don't need to know. You don't need to know
I mean, there's
the
other
no.
reasons.
You don't need
why.
to know the cosines and tangents of that. You don't need to know that. Just tell me.
If you're gonna be like an
put me
accountant
in
or
a
something
class-
like that, you will.
Put me in a class I really need to like have as a life skill. Like
Yeah.
honestly.
Pre-cal is definitely for those people if you're like gonna go into a field that has math.
Yeah, but
But I'm not planning on that.
I mean,
I mean,
it
under
should,
the
90%
field I
of
want to do is
students
going to be
probably
angles.
aren't.
it should be
So-
an option still. But I'm saying, put me in a class where I'm gonna learn something for my life. Because
You want to know
the-
what I
the
don't know? 18 years on this planet. I don't know how to do my taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
My
We
mom
don't-
has to
we
do
don't
them for
have-
me
we
still.
don't have a class to do to learn to do our taxes.
Like we have personal finance, but
that doesn't do it. Like if you're gonna put me in a class, put me in a class where I'm gonna learn something for my life.
I
Because,
think we should be able, like, that class to do taxes should
Yeah.
be forced upon us.
yeah, like
Because that's an
because
adult thing.
our senior year is focusing on getting us transitioned from high school into the real world. Okay,
Yes.
and we don't have classes to prepare us for the real world.
Yes. Some people.
we have classes to prepare us for college, pretty much.
yeah.
That's it.
Some people don't have accountant parents. Some people don't have. Is my mom an accountant? No, she's not. She would be way more money. And she has her accountant degree. She has her assistant degree. But she knows how to do a lot of the math stuff because they used to teach it
Yeah, and like
to her.
see if you're sending stuff home that my parents don't get, then why would you send it home? Like honestly, if you're just make it so you can work on it in class, ask questions, and
Yeah, don't do
make
homework.
don't make assignments as long.
Don't do homework.
Yeah,
The classes I have that I learn the most in, I don't have homework.
Yeah.
I'm not.
because they're more focused on pushing an agenda of learning stuff in class and showing you what's going on and showing you all the stuff that you need to know instead of adding on the extra bullshit that you don't need to know.
Yeah.
My preferred classes are like classes where they pretty much only give you study guides, and those study guides are optional.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you don't study, then
And they're
you're
due at
probably
the end
gonna
of the
fail the
unit.
test.
They're basically due at the end of the
Yeah,
unit.
Yeah.
and if you fail
I
the
mean-
test, that's on you completely.
Yeah. Like, I haven't had a homework, like a class that gave me homework every day in probably 2 years now. I think I learned more from those classes than the homework classes because I'm not stressing out about homework that I probably
Because
wouldn't have time
At
to do
this
anyways.
age, we need to be able to live a life. Like we need to live our lives.
Yeah.
Because we can't.
Look at
we-
me. I'm an antisocial, awkward, nervous person because of everything the school does and all my work and all that. I wanna go out and
I
do
like our
things.
school. Don't get me wrong, but it's just some of the things that we do.
Yeah.
Like
I want to be social and
Yeah.
talk to people, but I don't have the skills for that. They should definitely have a class.
And it's not
to
even
learn
like
how to
our
talk.
school specifically, really.
it's
just-
every school.
yeah.
Every school is like this. That they push you learn.
Learn. They should have a class to how to talk in interviews, how to answer questions correctly, how to respect opinions and all that. Debate class, you're probably just yelling at each other all the time. I didn't
Yeah.
take it. Yeah, he's
And-
shaking his head. He's saying just yell all the time. That's not respecting someone's opinion. A debate is a well thought out, respectable conversation between people who have
with
like-
opposing ideas,
opposing
but they can understand
opinions.
another person's ideas.
Yeah. Teach us that. Teach us how to be a social
how to be-
person. Because
Functioning members of society.
yeah,
They
we
teach
live
us
in a
how to be
society.
the workforce, pretty much. That's about it.
Yeah. Okay. Like, teach me how to be a functioning member of society. Not to go up to someone and go, "Oh yeah, the cosine of this is." No, I don't need to know that. Like, what am I gonna be doing? Writing my grocery list and doing it in calculus formulas? No, I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
I barely even need to know how to do algebra.
I don't even remember algebra. See,
Like
you
honestly,
forced us to
the
go
only,
to that,
the
but I
only
thought
thing
we
that's
remembered.
useful for algebra is like 2x plus 3.
Yeah.
What's x?
Yeah, that teaches you problem solving.
It's
That's
yeah,
that's what
problem
algebra's for. My favorite teacher of math, basically. Should I say her name? Everyone knows her. Very great teacher. If you didn't have her for algebra, sad times. Sad times. Yeah, exactly. Keck.
Yeah. Okay.
She told me that algebra is mostly about learning how to solve problems
Yeah.
than the math itself, which is a really good thing to say because that sticks in my head more than how to solve. I can't even tell you need algebra. I should probably do that for the SAT. I need to learn.
I need to.
Yeah, like,
Maybe
I
learn
ask my
some
teacher
stuff.
like all the time, like, why do I need to know this? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do this after high school.
Yeah, Keck would just answer it, teaches you how to problem solve.
Yeah,
And that's more important than the math itself.
yeah, it's just the idea of doing math. I hate math so much. Like, my brain does not function mathematically. It functions in language and history. That's how my brain functions.
Yeah,
I can't do
I'm
math.
much rather look at a history book than a math test and
Yeah,
learn that.
exactly.
Yeah.
And or film stuff, yeah.
Yeah, like
Our
film,
minds
that's-
are more supposed to be used. My mind's more like set up for creative process, not like theological
something that's
and
already
logical and all
created
that process.
handed to you. I don't
I mean, if you can,
Like 40 questions.
give me a
on
piece of
page.
paper
Nah,
and-
I'm good.
and a pencil and just let me write ideas of down that I want to do. in
I know
class.
there's people that are out there that want to problem solve the universe problems like climate change, the ozone, like that. But you should definitely just have that focused on those type of people, because
Yeah,
if you throw a bunch of people who don't want to do that into a class with a bunch of people who do, it's gonna be
it's just
a bad class.
Yeah, it's a bad class.
Because no one, like, people aren't excited, and then you get the disrespectful people
Yeah.
to the teachers.
I mean, you have that in every class, that they just don't care.
Yeah.
But
If you separate them, then you get less of that.
yeah, if you know what these what kids want to learn, and know their skill set and what they're good at, because every kid is good at something. No one person sucks at everything in the book
Yeah.
there is. Every kid is good at something, whether it's like music or math or reading or writing. Every kid is good at something, and they should separate classes by their skill set and what they're good at.
And it seems like they tried like a little bit of that concept with the career pathways, but that is
The
so
career pathway-
It
horrible.
went downhill.
Like
Yeah, it
I
is
haven't
so
been asked about my
bad.
career pathway since freshman year.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, do they even still do that? Freshmen, tell us. Did you have to choose a career pathway?
And it's so stupid because like, what student's gonna really know what they actually?
I
wanna
chose
go into?
engineering in freshman
Yeah,
year.
I chose business.
I chose engineering.
Engineering, and now I'm out here doing
Now I want to do
art,
film. I want to do
graphics.
film.
I want to do
Yeah.
all that.
Film or
film.
graphic design.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
It's like they're
Yeah.
trying to set us up for college already, even though most students
I don't
change
think-
their majors.
I
In
understand.
college.
Yeah.
Why would we pick our stuff in high school?
They should definitely ask us now
Yeah.
for college pathways and all that,
Just
so they
to
can
see
start.
how it's changed. You
Yeah.
know.
Do they even? They don't even do that because they used to call down the pathways every year and
Yeah.
have a meeting about
Mentors.
stuff. and all
Remember
that.
mentors?
Yeah,
We don't have that
We don't-
anymore.
why
They
not?
don't have that anymore.
like do it junior freshman year.
they
'cause
realized
halfway
it was
through
a waste
ju-
of time.
Yeah, halfway through junior
year.
year,
Junior
I know
year
what I
is
want
when
to
I
do.
started to develop more opinions about things going on in society, and I think we should learn more about that. I know we have like economics classes and government classes, but like there should be just a specific class where you can talk about your beliefs like politically and not be discriminated for. it.
Yeah, but that's just depending on the people in your class. You're gonna have those
Exactly.
liberals. You're gonna have those
I think
Republicans
you
that
should
just
have
are
two
so
separate
far on one
classes. I
side.
think you should just have two separate classes that separates the two.
And then if like the teachers.
Well,
really
that's not how you
biased,
have
that
a
could go
conversation though.
bad
If you
very
separate
quickly.
them,
True.
You're gonna have people like Kyla.
you can't separate. You have to have them. You have to have every political party in the same room teaching how to respectfully talk about why you think this political party is better or why a
Above
certain
political-
person or
Every
thing.
political party is trash. No
Yeah.
political party.
You know
is
what George
good.
Washington didn't want us to have?
Political parties.
Political parties. And
But
you know,
look what we have now.
yeah.
We have.
We
partisan
have
parties.
segregation, separation. Okay, I for one, I don't say I'm on one side. I have a bunch of ideas that are Republican, a
yeah,
bunch
I
of
have-
liberal ideas, a bunch of just mixed bag ideas.
A libertarian.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all over the place, and that's why it's so hard to choose
But yeah,
who
like
to
a
vote
lot
for
of the things
in our age of time.
A lot of the things that
Our time.
the liberal people say, I just disagree.
When
with.
there was a knock at the door,
Is that for us?
Want to get that done?
try not to knock the camera over. We're having a really deep conversation
Yeah.
about political stuff and all that.
It's really good.
It's really nice. I like it. And about school and how they need to fix it. This is coming. Okay, all these opinions are from high school seniors who have been through high school for 4 years now. And we have been there. We have done that. We know what we're talking about when we're saying that high school is not meant for people who work, and they should definitely try to focus on the person and
They should-
not
they
the
should
majority
definitely-
group people.
Yeah, because a lot of the kids, like I know a shit ton of people that have, like I know a shit ton of people that have anxiety issues and depression
Mhm.
issues
Because of
from
high school? Yeah.
because of school, because all this stuff gets piled on top of them.
Imagine
it's
being-
a bottomless hole.
On top of like their home life and whatever's going on. over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. and
Imagine
teachers
being the
don't
number one
understand that.
student.
Yeah.
They might not seem like they're depressed, but I bet you, looking at them, they might not seem it or might not feel like there's
They
a
might have
lot
a
of
shit
pressure
ton
and
of
all that.
friends and
Yeah,
everything,
but there's something wrong with
everyone
them.
has
There is
inner-
their mental state has to be gone because they have to focus and do so much.
everyone has inner demons, and no matter if those don't show on the outside, okay, but everyone has them,
Yeah.
and no, they don't focus on that at school. Like you should have, I know this would take time, but a monthly meeting with like the guidance counselor just to talk.
Yeah. If we could just talk to the guidance counselor, I don't go out there and try to talk to her. I like her a lot. She helps me
Yeah, me
with a
too.
lot of things.
Yeah.
Probably
She's.
yeah.
I think I've heard that she's like the best.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
out of all
definitely.
4 of them.
I can see that.
Like,
But they need to have
because some kids at our
yeah.
school, they don't have a reliable, like a source to talk to.
Yeah.
And I know we have that like that hotline that you can talk. No one uses that.
No one's gonna.
No,
it's
I'm not
as
going to call
personal,
someone to
it's
talk
like,
to them. I want to talk to someone
It's not
face to
personal,
face
Yeah, I
and
wanna
see their
feel it.
emotions and have them feel my emotions through my
Yeah.
body actions. While we're on this subject about inner demons and all that, if you're mean to someone, why?
Yeah.
Don't do that. We're all here. We're all living life. We're all here.
We're just trying to
The
live
meaning of
life.
life to me is
Just trying
to
chill,
It's
homie.
4.
not 4. I think there's 4 points, but I don't know.
42.
So I was thinking about this late at night. I have not been able to sleep because of certain things I've been doing.
Just keep going.
No, I don't even know why I can't sleep. It's not like weird things. I just move all the time and all that, like sweaty and all that. But meaning of life, respect, love. I thought this so much. Respect and love. Look at your other people. There's no point of like attacking them for how they look or how they
We're all the
think.
same.
We're all people just living life, trying our best to do our best.
To go forward and better ourselves.
Yes. It might be like, oh, what about that meth head? It's not his fault completely that he
Yeah.
did that, okay? There's a
Yeah.
reason why. He might be
People have
depressed and all that.
backgrounds, Okay,
Yeah.
people have backgrounds
can't
that a
just
lot of
think
people
that.
don't understand.
This is why recently I've been trying to talk to more people. I haven't been really doing it, but I want to. I want to go talk to more people and like make people feel comfortable to talk to me.
Yeah,
And make
know,
them
like,
feel
yesterday,
better.
People thought you were intimidating.
Yeah. I can see that. I don't smile. I look intimidating. I'm a big guy.
It's more just like apathy than anything.
Yeah, it's just don't judge people, okay? This is coming from a person who judged a lot of people who was a really not a good person before, okay? It feels a
Everyone
lot
should strive
better.
To be a good person.
It feels a lot better when you're trying to be a good person than it does when you're just saying whatever, doing whatever you want to do.
You know, even if it's saying like, "What's up?" to
Yeah.
just that weird kid that everyone thinks is weird. Just saying, "What's up?"
Just
bro.
say what's up. Just go sit down with him, have a conversation
I
with
know,
him. You
I
don't know
they-
what's
I
happening.
know they
He-
preach this at our school all the time, but like it's true. Like
yeah.
yeah,
This time, there's already too much stress on everything. Why make it more stressful? Why make life more stressful?
I just feel like a lot of people need to put their ego aside, and
Egos are
it's kinda
dumb.
like
If you have an
egotistical to
ego,
say that in a way, but
everyone has an ego. But if you can suppress your ego to help other people, that's all you
and
need.
show sympathy.
Why
and
take the
respect
problems-
for someone else?
Yeah,
like if
why do
someone
that?
does something you don't like at all, just try it. at
Just
least-
don't say anything.
or,
Don't
like,
say
spend a
anything.
little
I've had to do
effort
that a
trying to
lot recently with a
understand.
certain
okay,
person.
Yesterday I was walking out of Walmart and someone just flipped me off. For no reason. I didn't know who it was. They just flipped me off.
Yeah.
I was like, that just like why? I didn't.
Yeah,
I
there's
didn't-
no point.
Yeah.
Why?
like,
Okay,
why
you don't know
make
what
some-
people are going
why
on.
make someone else's life shit to make your life better?
Yeah, you
It-
can
it
make
doesn't
both
make-
life better.
It doesn't
You can
make
better
your
both
life
of your
better.
lives.
'Cause you
It
feel
doesn't.
good when you make someone feel good. You feel good.
Oh yeah.
And I think like people think of karma as like you do something like horrible, something horrible is gonna happen to you. I think that immediate effect of like you feeling bad or just having that guilt of
That
making
guilty
someone's day
conscience,
worse,
That guilty
that's-
conscience.
that's
karma.
karma.
That's karma.
Yeah.
it's immediate. It's not.
It's not materialistic things. It's emotional things.
Yes.
It's gonna hit you right then and there, and yeah.
Well,
Why make people's problems more worse?
more worse. So,
Big brain.
guys, guys, that was a really deep talk. Do you
Yeah,
think,
it
do you think
was
we wrap it
good.
up
It's
here?
all for 50
Yeah.
minutes, and I
Do you
like.
think
I
we
think
wrap
20
it
of
up
that, like 5 of that was an interview with Logan and learning about
Yeah.
him, and then 10 of that was like Joker, and then we were just talking about school and how we need to get it better for
It all started
students
with,
and all that.
we live in a society.
We live in a society
We live
that
in a
doesn't.
society.
We live in a society
You know
that
what,
doesn't
Dylan?
care
Dylan,
about
you know
mental
what?
health enough.
You're awful.
We live in a society that doesn't care about mental health enough, but you can care about mental health. This sounds like a PSA about mental health, but it's
it
true,
does.
okay?
Dude, I feel like that you're awful is gonna. Nobody's gonna understand that if they haven't seen the movie.
They
and
won't,
it's
they
gonna
won't.
be.
Did you see the Jimmy Kimmel interview?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Awful Jimmy.
We should talk about that quickly. Oh, that's dying.
Okay, yeah.
That-
So, guys, this has been the Culture
No,
Podcast.
we gotta look at that one. That one died.
Oh no!
That died?
Culture podcast.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, guys, this has been
It's
the
been
Culture
the Culture
Podcast. Be
Podcast.
sure to tune in next time. Peace out, guys.